Now, for those people who have Cancer Saturn, which means Saturn is in the Cancer sign in your natal chart. So, if Saturn is in the Cancer sign in your natal chart, then the transiting Saturn is going 9 houses away from your natal Saturn, your birth sign Saturn. So, this is the 9-5 placement for the natal and the transiting Saturn. So, overall, this is a very gain-making transition for your Saturn while it is going into the Pisces sign and 9 houses away from your natal Saturn. However, what does Saturn in the Cancer sign mean? It is a sign of stability in emotions. Emotional intelligence is needed, empathy is needed. So a person who is more stable in his mind, stable in his focus, stable in his relationships, that person can make a lot of gain when Saturn transits into Pisces sign, 9 houses away from its natal house placement. Especially because both the Saturns, the natal Saturn and the transiting Saturn, both are aspecting the 3rd house from a natal Saturn perspective in the sign of Virgo, the sign of service. So if you are put in the effort or ready to put in the effort, then in education, long distance travel, you can make a lot of money, but through your network connection, your ability to work with people. However, the transiting Saturn is also aspecting with its 10th aspect, Sagittarius sign in the 6th house, which means the 10th aspect of work and career is getting connected to the 6th house of service, but in Sagittarius sign. So this is a very strong sign of being connected with those people who are from long distance travel or in foreign countries. But to be able to make gains from that placement, you will have to be somebody who's emotionally stable. Your ability to work with people is good. You have the ability to work with people in a good rapport, and you're ready to bend your back to have good relations with people, especially because Saturn, for natal Saturn's perspective, rules the 7th and the 8th house. Now, this is where Saturn is placed in the Cancer sign. However, it may not be the rising sign. Rising sign can be something else. So let's take an example of some other rising sign at random where Saturn is placed in the Cancer sign. So say, for example, your rising sign is Aquarius, and for Aquarius rising sign person, Saturn is going into or is placed in the natal chart in your natal chart in Cancer sign, and now going or transiting into your 2nd house in Pisces. So yeah, you can take any rising sign example. I'm just taking one example of Aquarius. So Saturn, in your natal Saturn being placed in the Cancer sign, and now the transiting Saturn going into the 2nd house of income, of nutrition, of higher monies, money in the bank. And both of them are aspecting your 8th house in the sign of Virgo. So this is a placement where health is very important. You need to take care of your health. You need to take proper care of your diet and nutrition. Otherwise, because Saturn is placed in the Cancer sign in the 6th house, aspecting the 8th house, both of them. So your health can come under a challenge if you are not controlling or not able to take care of your eating habits and exercising. So this can be niggling challenges every now and then in health. The other thing is there could be some ups and downs or transformations from your earning potential. So in these 2.5 years, there will surely be a big opportunity for you to be able to make assets connected to money, especially if you're working in a career which is connected to other people's money, like insurances, taxation, audits, IT, media, and all of that. So this is a good placement overall. So you need to see what is your rising sign when your Saturn is in the natal sign. Natal Saturn is in the Cancer sign when Saturn is going into Pisces, and see your results from there.